Crash.
Been a crash.
Model in the end who's going to be led out. Model about to come off the wheel of Bonifacio. Oh, and there's a huge crash. Down goes Ewan, but here comes Kittel. Ewan is down and a handful of sprinters with him. It's Model who's going to go. Kittel on the left-hand side. Model through the centre. It's every man for themselves as Pelucchi comes through to take the win. It's Yam Cycling on stage 2. Matteo Pelucchi taking advantage of the chaos. And it is a horrible, horrible crash that took down Caleb Ewan. That's taken down a whole other host of riders as well. Disaster on stage 2.
Wow, incredible scenes there at the finish. And it looked like Caleb Ewan just got caught, whether his handlebars got caught underneath someone. He seemed to be the first rider to go down. And in that close proximity, well, it just went from gutter to gutter, didn't it? And it stopped the entire peloton behind. But, well, that man there, Pelucchi, he didn't know what was happening behind him. Surely he would have heard it, but you do not look round, you do not take any notice. He just had the line ahead of him. He just spotted that line. He picked his mark.
Down, and so too has Yamamoto from Nippo Vini-Vantini. So those two riders are down. Sorry, that's not Yamamoto, that is, yeah. Zilioli, try and get a number from the Giant Alpecin rider. Well, it was Zilioli who forced the other two riders to go over their handlebars since he hit the deck, and they had to no road whatsoever to avoid him.
I think that might be Albert Timmer, the rider from Giant Alpecin, and there's Jack Bobridge as well, the Australian national champion from Trek.
And a bit.
Oh,
There's been a crash down there. That looks like Dan Martin and Richie Port. The coming together of the two Frenchmen whose careers seem to have run in parallel, Bardet and Barguil. Well, as we speak...
He is the man to beat here. Van Poppel being brought to the front as well by Trek. Oh, we've riders down! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. You can see it happening. Now, this is interesting. With Roubaix to come at the weekend, who's got caught up with this? Maxime Daniel, the Azure Desert rider, down. Elia Viviani crashing for Sky. 81 there is Tom.
Well, there we go. The first moments when Steven Kruijswijk has a real battle on his hands. Kruijswijk is down. What's the problem with his bike now? Certainly the mechanic is straight out. That's the neutral service mechanic, and they're looking at his bike, and this is a huge moment for the Giro d'Italia. It's slipping away from Steven Kruijswijk. Of course, he's got minutes to spare, but their seconds are ticking over, and his confidence will have been rattled. He might well have hurt himself. He, at one of the first corners on this descent, has come to grief. And once again he has to stop, and they sweep past him on the road. That was Kozatiev, who was helping Vincenzo Nibali on that latter sections of the climb. He's back on his bike. Is his bike in working order, and how's his legs, and how is his head, more importantly, and how much time has he lost?
Well, just as we were saying that he hasn't put a foot wrong in this Giro d'Italia, the only weakness... Oh, that was a nasty, nasty crash.
Straight onto his back, and he's flipped right over his handlebars. That will hurt if it hasn't even done him more damage than that. That was a heavy
crashed. I just heard on race radio, looking back there's a very nasty crash at the front end. There he is. That's Voigt in the middle of the down, and it was actually sitting at the back. Ooh, that's nasty.
Well, I don't know what happened there, but that was a very nasty crash by Jens Voigt. Let's hope he is okay. The car is there.
After last year's winner, Arnaud Demar, what can Demar do? Can he have back-to-back wins? Ackermann there in the white jersey of German champion. On his wheel, Clément Venturini now moving up on the outside in the red is Jesper Stuyven looking after. It is John Degenkolb, but Degenkolb's a little bit too far back, still about 400 metres to go. Riders opening up on the right-hand side now as well. The riders are spread across the road. Venturini is there in the centre, is Ackermann, but here's Vital Concept leading things out. Jakobsen is there with a big crash in the centre. Oh, a big crash there. Who is now going to take this? It is Ackermann. Ackermann's looking like he's stolen a march. It is Martinelli on the right-hand side. Oh, I think Jesper Stuyven is in second position. Has Ackermann got enough? Ackermann keeps going, the German champion. Borderhand's going to take it. Ackermann takes
TDF for a chance to win a trip to next year's Tour de France. As we see that, there's a crash as well as we rejoin the action now. And again, it's the Lotto Jumbo riders in yellow who are down there. Well, we're looking down there, Paul, and it's been a touch of wheels and a rider...
This was the restart problem. Oh no! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. That, in fact, it's the medical car who's opened his doors, not seen Hansen coming, and he may well cost him time off the bike here. We shall see.
So one of the Movistar riders has hit the deck quite badly.
That's Visconti.
Visconti's just come off. Just rejoining the action as well. Is his bike working? Gets a little bit of a help from a friendly spectator. So what's happened here? Just catch a glimpse of it happening on the left there. Oh, right over the handlebars. Caught the curb, but a nice soft landing. If you're gonna go ahead
To follow that, and that is a 7-kilometre climb.
Whoa!
Oh,
no!
steady on! Oh, goodness gracious!
Oh, well,
Completely overshot, hit the wall, and Gilbert is on the other side. The neutral service are running to the left, maybe to remount. Can we see Philippe Gilbert? Yes, we can.
Disengaged from his lead-out man. Here we go then. Road spreads wide. Dead centre of proceedings. It's Lamprey versus Lotto. It's Greipel at the moment versus Modolo. Greipel going to go for this. Here comes Movistar, and with an option as well. Picking it up. It's got to go now. Oh, we've got a fall right on the line. We said it was a pinch. They've got to keep their senses about them. Greipel's out of this by the looks of things, is he? No, not a bit of it. He goes to the barriers. He picks it up. Greipel is the gorilla, and he's feasting himself upon everybody. Absolutely everybody is an also ran when Greipel's in this kind of mood.
Wow. There's some very uncomfortable looking riders, and that looked like a terrible